Hi guys.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Housewife Historian, and we are here to talk the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm going to be talking a little bit in code today because if you watch my channel and you watch my live, yes.
Is the plane going down? Are we gonna die? Why are you saying I'm sorry?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Housewife Historian. You can call me Lindsay, and we're talking Real Housewives of New Jersey. Laura Lee Jenkins. I had the pleasure of meeting her at David Yontef and Kim D's Q&A at City Winery. So I want to tell you guys about my first impression and some of the things that I picked up on from her. So because I chatted with her for a long time, and we actually ended up leaving the City Winery and heading back to another hotel where we were able to like sit down and chill and chat for a little bit. So before we do all that though, guys, it's going to be a short video. I want to do obviously one on everything and include my pictures and videos and such. So this is just a short little video kind of giving you guys a rundown. I know I did a live the first day or the day after yesterday. I'm so exhausted. I don't even know what time of day it is. I swear. Okay. Laura Lee Jensen. I don't think we were expecting her to be at the event, were we? Like last minute, I think I saw that she commented and said, like, I'll see you there to somebody about the event. So that allegedly, I don't know what happened with that. I think that it kind of sparked a little okay. But regardless, anyways, who cares? She's allowed to go. She's welcome to be there just the same as anybody else, right? So what does it matter? So Laura Lee was there. She is very beautiful in person. She's very beautiful in person. She's very tiny. She sat at a table with a lot of friends and family. I think the entire table was friends and family. And I want to say that it probably was like 8 people on one side. I'm going to have to go back and look at my videos. Anyways, guys, she was there. She had a lot of support, a lot of people cheering for her. There were a lot of tree huggers there. There were not many people rooting for Margaret. I did not hear any Melissa fans, but that doesn't mean that they're not there hiding and going to jump out in the bushes. And yeah. But I feel like they had a nice turnout. The food was really, really good. I guess I was a little confused because I was thinking that it was like a Q&A and then something else. Like, um, I don't want to say like an open discussion, but like a debate or something. I don't know. Maybe I just have a marketing mind and I'm always looking at situations thinking like, oh, do this or do this. Or so I just need to be quiet sometimes. I love the location. It is very beautiful there. Everyone was very nice. The staff was very nice. You order the food online, and had it been, I'm not sure if they can do that sort of thing outside, but I think they must just rent out the top level, and therefore there's a stage and Kim and David take questions. So it was Kim's assistant who was walking around with the microphone, getting it to people to ask questions. Again, me not thinking that they were wrapping the show up. I did get the microphone, and I'm glad I did because when I said who I was, there was a lot of people that turned around and said hello. Um, they were so nice. And obviously, guys, like we have accounts that we might correspond with online, like share things for each other, whatever the case may be. Just be nice to each other. It's hard out here in the content creator world. It's its own system. It's like prison. Everything is different. There's a whole new set of rules to it, and you have to be very, very, very careful because you can fall into the wrong group of friends very easily, and then it goes all bad. So I think that whenever um there's an account that I think is genuinely a good person, they must be able to tell that I can feel that, because I think maybe we ended up meeting because maybe their face isn't on their Instagram, but they know what I look like because I post videos and such, and some people aren't comfortable doing that. And they still may run fan pages and articles and such, but they just don't show their face. So, they see me and I'm like, wait, I don't, what? So I am going to put some accounts and let you guys know some of the people that I got to meet and how I felt about them. But I told you guys I was going to give you a real honest opinion of Laura Lee Johnson from my first impression. Also, side note, guess who else was there? And she's like friends with Kim D. My question, I wonder, is, was she friends with Kim D? Vanessa Louis' ex allegedly was there. She was there. There were pictures on her Instagram story. My question though is, I don't know. Like, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, she's very tiny in person. I know I said that. She is very nice. She's very, very nice. She is confident. She will walk up to you and she will say hello. And I think that that is a great way to be when you are dealing with press. And even if you're not a Bravo celebrity, you still should approach and speak to people and show them that you are grounded enough that you can walk around and mingle in a room of 50 people who are Bravo fans. And yes, some of them maybe only have 100 followers on their Instagram, and others might have 100,000, but they're all there together, still supporting the same events. With, even though they all have different queens, some people loved Teresa, some people love Margaret, and everyone coming together. And so she was very nice, and that automatically I was like, okay, check mark. I didn't have to go up to her and say, hey, nice to meet you, so glad you came. Yeah, she started to mingle. She was working the room, and I noticed it and appreciate it, because that's smarts right here, guys. Some of these people come on as housewives and feel like they should be treated as a different way, and it's really not the way to be. And I think it turns fans off. It really does. Fans want to be able to, oh my gosh, that's a spider. Friends want to be able to chat with you. I noticed, side note, let me go with this. Dolores did an interview because people were giving her shit saying, why are you on Ozempic? Why did you tell everyone you're on Ozempic? Are you promoting like body image, yada yada yada? And you know what she said? She said, first of all, I call my fans friends. And she said, I can't lie to my friends. I used Ozempic to lose weight. I'm not going to lie to my friends about it. I don't want to give them the wrong impression that this body came from, working out and eating right. She was open about it. BBL, lipo, all over lipo, whatever the case was. So, love that about Dolores. I love that about Dolores. And I think other people do too, because it's very, very, very authentic. So, rounding back to Laura Lee Jensen, that's how I felt about her. Like, she was authentic. Okay. She did not bash Marge in a way of ever calling her names. She never called her, a bad name. She didn't say anything derogatory, name calling, nothing like that. She did go over kind of what happened, and she explained to me that Margaret would never allegedly let her get too close to any of the housewives, or let her get her photo taken and it be put out and her be tagged in a group photo. So a lot of people are saying, I don't understand, if Laura Lee wants to be on the show, well, actually someone made this point to me, and it was a good point. I don't know if she wants me to say who it was, but it was a good point. And she said, like, why wouldn't Laura Lee just be like Lexi? Like, if you want to be on the show so bad, like, Lexi's on the show. We all know who Lexi is. Like, she's at events, she's in photos. She's not a housewife, but we still get to see her. We like her. But it makes sense now that if Margaret wouldn't let her take photos with the girls and be tagged, she didn't want producers and people to know about her. She didn't want her on the show. Nope, she didn't want her on the show. Lexi, she doesn't mind if Lexi's on the show because Lexi works for her in real life. Lexi's a little under her thumb. Margaret has an advantage over her. She doesn't have that over Laura. Let's think about this for a second. To make at some point, Laura Lee had to say she had to, one, accept the fact that Margaret, her friend of 25 years, had hurt her so deeply that maybe she would be able to forgive but not forget, and they would never be the same. And she felt like Margaret had done a disservice to her. And so she doesn't have her friend, and she has a resentment, and she is probably watching Marge be a hypocrite. That would be my assumption. Because when I see things on TV, like, for example, when these girls are talking about how in New Jersey, the worst thing you can be called is a rat, and a rat means like that you don't handle things yourself, you go to the police. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know that in the history of Housewives, there have been times when, sorry, the wind's gonna blow here in a second. And somebody's on a motorcycle. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, the rat thing. So they basically say the worst thing that you can be called is a rat, right? And it just kind of made me laugh because my experience, I dealt with Bravo celebrities that wanted to try to go to the police. So I just think it's like funny when people say that, like, oh my gosh, the worst thing to be called in Jersey is a rat. It is. Yes, yes, yes. But you know what's even worse than that? Being a rat. Being a rat in disguise, being a rat in sheep's clothing, and calling other people rats. That's what I think's worse. But that's just me. I probably shouldn't even air this. I'm going to have to cut the end out. So I probably won't leave this video up for very long. Enjoy it. And I'll go back and do another more clean video about Laura. All right, guys. Have a great day.